I had to look at all 8 hours. I mean, talk about a waste of 8 hours of your life.
Meghan Markle is in panic after Lady Colin Campbell dropped a bomb about her shocking behavior on the set of Suits. The Duchess who once sold the world on charm is now accused of running the show like a mean girl in couture. But this scandal goes way deeper than chair drama, and I've got every messy detail.
Always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it. Surprising people with moments that let them know I was really thinking of them.
Before the world knew Meghan as the Duchess who ghosted the monarchy, she was just Rachel Zane, the office goddess of Suits. Viewers adored her. She was the paralegal who made legal jargon sound like a flirty joke and wore pencil skirts that deserved their own IMDb credit. To fans, it was her glow-up moment, her Hollywood break, her shot at finally being someone. But here's the gag. While the audience saw charm, insiders claim the crew saw chills. According to whispers, Lady C claims she's verified Meghan wasn't just playing a character, she was running the set like it was her personal kingdom. Forget the grateful up-and-comer narrative. Multiple crew members allegedly described her as cold, calculating, and very aware of her own power. What looked like a hustle from the outside may have been a chess game on the inside. And now that Suits is having a bizarre, late-stage renaissance on Netflix and Peacock, those stories aren't staying in the shadows. Every binge watch turns into a conspiracy watch. Every smirk, every Rachel Zane power pose is suddenly viewed as a potential Easter egg in Meghan's alleged mean girl saga. Meghan's team might have thought they left that past neatly zipped in a garment bag, but the rewatch crowd is unpacking it all with meme accounts and magnifying glasses. Worse, this isn't random Reddit gossip. This is Lady Colin Campbell, a woman who thrives on receipts, not just rumors. The woman lives to weaponize tea, and when she pours, the internet drinks.
When she was in the royal family, to be constantly making the point she did not agree with traditionalism, and that she thought traditionalism was something to be avoided at all costs, and that, you know, she was anything but traditional, except when it suits her, she's busy playing a traditional role, which is what...
Enter Lady Colin Campbell, the aristocrat with a sharper tongue than a diamond tiara. She's not just whispering in drawing rooms. She's blasting her claims on TV, in print, and across social platforms that eat this stuff for breakfast. This isn't Meghan's first brush with Lady C either. Campbell has made a career of slicing into royal narratives with surgical precision, but this time, she isn't talking about palaces or pageantry. She's talking about parking lots, trailers, and a paralegal named Rachel Zane. Lady C claims her sources, plural, always plural, paint Meghan as a Hollywood hurricane long before she ever set foot in Windsor. Allegedly, she had an inner circle on Suits. Insiders got the charm, outsiders got the cold shoulder. One source even claimed Meghan's moods were so icy you didn't need an announcement. You felt the temperature drop the second she walked in. Another joked you could literally set your watch by her silent treatments. And then came the most viral tidbit, the chair story. Meghan's designated seat, allegedly usurped by an extra, only for Meghan to swoop in with a withering, "I think you're in the wrong seat, darling." Within minutes, the chair vanished from set altogether. The internet christened it Chairgate. It sounds petty, but in Hollywood, petty is poison, and Lady C knows exactly how to serve it.
Absolutely, but this is all a part of her deeply flawed personality, because she does have a personality, if not disorder, it's a malfunctioning personality. She is greedy for attention. She is always victimized, no matter how much you give her. I quote someone in the book saying, if you gave Meghan California, she'd want Arizona as well. I mean, she is greedy, she is needy, she is demanding, and she is ungrateful. Or is she?
Here's the dagger. Lady C didn't just say Meghan was difficult. She didn't say diva. She said mean girl. Those two words, as sticky as spilled soda on a theater floor, have already attached themselves to Meghan's name like duct tape. Because diva, that's forgivable. Hollywood practically runs on diva energy. But mean girl, that's high school cruelty with adult consequences. It's not aspirational, it's uncomfortable. It makes people rewind interviews, dissect facial expressions, and wonder if the actress who played Rachel Zane was secretly Regina George in couture. And it gets worse. One anecdote Lady C dropped claimed Meghan allegedly asked for a co-star's lines to be rewritten after a director praised them too much. Weeks later, those lines mysteriously disappeared. Coincidence? Maybe. But with Meghan, every coincidence now looks like a conspiracy. Fans are going back to old cast interviews and spotting the awkward pauses, the knowing glances, the backhanded jokes about Meghan always getting her way. Harmless at the time, damning now, and with every meme, every sarcastic caption, every Queen of Compassion gif floating around Twitter, Meghan's brand of kindness and resilience starts to look like a carefully crafted script with no audience left to clap. Here's where it gets brutal. Meghan's Suits family has gone radio silent. If Lady C was spinning pure fiction, now would be the perfect moment for Patrick J. Adams, Gabriel Macht, or literally anyone from the cast to jump in with a tweet like, "Nope, Meghan was a delight, don't believe the hype." But instead, crickets, absolute digital tumbleweeds. Some actors are posting vacation selfies, others are hyping new projects, but none of them are touching this mess with a 10-foot boom mic. In Hollywood, silence isn't neutral. It's damning. It screams, "Not my circus, not my problem." And the internet has noticed. Fan accounts are pulling old Comic-Con panels out of the archives, watching them like FBI agents on a surveillance tape, a 2014 clip where a co-star jokes about Meghan always getting her way. It's suddenly viral again. What used to be playful banter now looks like a breadcrumb in a much darker trail. And because no one is stepping forward to defend her, the silence itself is now part of the evidence. Every second that ticks by without a supportive statement makes Lady C's words feel more like gospel truth. Meghan's biggest problem isn't what's being said, it's what's not being said. This scandal was never going to stay in the tabloids. It was always destined to mutate into memes. The second Lady C dropped her chair anecdote, the internet branded it Chairgate. Within hours, TikTok creators were reenacting the scene with office furniture. Twitter threads started cataloging alleged suit set stories like they were holy scripture. Meme pages threw Meghan's old stills into captions like, "Queen of Kindness, unless you touch her chair." But here's the kicker. The vibe checks are consistent. 1,000 tiny anecdotes, none earth-shattering on their own. But together, they form a narrative. Crew members quietly liking shady tweets, old co-stars looking a little too awkward in group interviews, allegations about trimmed lines, cut scenes, and social hierarchies on set. The receipts aren't written down in contracts or production notes, they're scattered across the internet like digital breadcrumbs. And fans? They're gathering them, weaving them into timelines, and exposed threads that go viral at 3 a.m. By the time Meghan's PR team crafts a glossy puff piece about her thoughtful nature, the internet already has a sarcastic stitch mocking it. It's not just bad PR, it's an arms race Meghan can't win.
And it's not the case.
Yeah, it's short-term versus long-term. Like, there's an ego-centric approach to it that if you achieve some level of celebrity, you think you can build a brand, but that's the start of your brand. And for most people who don't have celebrity but have a great product or a great dream, copying celebrities is not where they're going. But I find too many of the agency workers copy what celebrities are doing rather than understand what is the core of a brand and how do you build it. That's where I think your secret sauce is. But for founders, you really need to understand what the core of an amazing brand is and how important that is to your business.
The tragedy here isn't just reputation, it's brand demolition. Meghan's entire post-royal image has been sculpted around kindness, resilience, and empowerment. She's the podcasting duchess, the humanitarian, the survivor of palace politics. But if her Suits era is exposed as cold, manipulative, even mean-spirited, that's not just gossip, that's a direct contradiction. And in Hollywood, nothing kills faster than hypocrisy. People forgive mistakes. They don't forgive being fooled. Every new Suits binge becomes a referendum on Meghan's truth. Every Rachel Zane scene is suddenly double exposed, with Lady C's allegations flickering in the background. Meghan can bake cookies for the crew in glossy magazine profiles, but if the internet believes she was also cutting co-stars' lines in the dark, the cookie-baking Duchess image crumbles faster than a stale biscuit. And that's why panic mode has officially set in, because once Mean Girl sticks, it doesn't wash off. It becomes the headline, the meme, the shorthand. Lady C knew it. The internet knows it. And Meghan, she's left watching her Hollywood redemption tour dissolve into viral ridicule. So here we are. Meghan Markle, the Duchess who wanted to rewrite her Hollywood past, is now trapped in its ugliest reboot. Lady C didn't just throw shade, she lit a bonfire. And in an industry obsessed with vibes, silence, and viral receipts, Meghan's brand isn't just dented, it's wobbling. The only question now, can she survive the Mean Girl label? Or has the internet already decided her fate? Stay tuned, this storm isn't over.